Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a dragon. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a bowl, a cup, or anything else with a circular edge. Inside the circle, draw a horizontal line as a construction guide to help you place the facial features. On the top left side, make a small mark for the first part of the top jaw. Connect the small mark to the circle using sloping lines to finish the guide for the top jaw. Make the top line curved and the bottom line flat. On the bottom left side, draw the guide for the lower jaw the same way. The main lines should slope down and to the left. Make the shape for the lower jaw smaller than the top jaw. On the right side of the head, draw two long sloping lines as guides for the neck. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small oval for the eye. Place the eye on the top left side near the top edge of the jaw. On top of the eye, draw an angled line for the brow. When you get the size and position of the eye right, darken the lines. Make the sides of the eyes pointier as you darken the shape. Draw a couple of curved lines around the eye for creases. Leave the inside of the eye blank for a menacing look. Above the eye, draw a series of short angled lines for the top edge of the brow. Use small triangular shapes to represent spikes on the brow. Extend the brow far to the right. Follow the path of the head circle as you draw the brow. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the lines when you get the shape right. Draw a few lines inside the brow to create texture. Below the eye, draw a series of curved lines for creases on the skin. Use the shape on the top left side as a guide to draw the top jaw. Draw a series of small angled lines as you darken the top edge of the jaw. At the bottom, extend the line farther inside the head. Make the bottom edge wavy. The bottom edge of the jaw should extend farther right than the eye. Inside the top jaw, draw a couple of curved lines for the bony structure. On the top left side, draw a small curved shape for the nostril. Draw a few more short lines across the jaw to create texture. At the top, draw a series of small angled lines for the brow that's on the other side of the head. Draw this shape similar to the first brow. Draw a series of small triangular shapes along the bottom edge of the jaw for the teeth. Make the teeth different sizes. Draw a few lines inside the jaw for the bases of the teeth. Use the shape at the bottom as a guide to draw the lower jaw. Extend the top edge of this guide farther inside the head so that it connects to the top jaw. Make this line wavy. On the right side, draw a vertical line to connect the jaws. Draw another wavy line for the other side of the lower jaw. Add a series of small triangular shapes along the top edge of the jaw for more teeth. Make the teeth different sizes. Don't draw the teeth too far to the right. Extend the bottom part of the guide farther to the right so that it's inside the head. On the right side, curve the line up. On the bottom left side, draw a triangular shape for a spike on the chin. Between the jaws, draw a long wavy shape for the tongue. Make the tongue wide at the base and thin and pointy at the tip. On the top right side of the head, draw an angled horizontal line for the first part of the horn. Draw a vertical line on the left side for the base of the horn. At the bottom, draw a sloping line for the bottom edge of the horn. Make the base of the horn wide and the tip thin and pointy. Draw a series of big triangular shapes across the top edges of the guides for spikes. Don't overlap the horn as you draw these spikes. Make the tips of the spikes pointy. Above the spikes, draw another long pointy shape for the horn that's on the other side of the head. On the right side of the jaws, draw another big horn using a couple of long sloping lines. Make the base of the horn wide and the tip thin and pointy. Darken the guides at the bottom to create the bottom part of the head and neck. Use curved lines to create creases on the neck. Draw more triangular shapes along the lower edge of the jaw for more spikes. Make these spikes different sizes. Make the tips of the spikes pointy. The tips of these spikes should point to the right. Now go over the lines with permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Take your time and be careful when you ink your drawing to avoid any accidents. Don't ink the initial guidelines, only the final drawing. Add a few extra lines to create texture on the skin. Draw lines on the horns to create texture too. Add more lines throughout the drawing to create a rough texture. Add a few more lines to indicate shadows on the shapes. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Add more ink to your drawing to emphasize the shapes. Make the main lines thick and dark. Now color your drawing. Dragons are fictional creatures, so you can color your drawing however you'd like. For this look, color the top part of the head green. Color the inside of the eye yellow and orange. Use different shades of green as you color the top part of the head. Use yellow-green to create highlights across the head. Use dark green to create shadows across the head. Pick a light source as you color so that the highlights and shadows are consistent across the head. Here the light source is coming from the top, so most of the highlights will be on the top parts of the shapes and the shadows on the bottom parts of the shapes. Slowly and gradually blend the colors together. Push down slightly harder on your pencils to blend the colors together. Color the horns and spikes using different shades of brown. Use dark brown for shadows and light brown for highlights. Color lightly at first and gradually build up to darker colors. For a light shade of a color, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for a darker shade. Use horizontal strokes as you color the horns and spikes. Color the bottom part of the head using lighter shades of brown. Use medium brown for shadows and light brown and yellow for highlights. Color the inside of the mouth and tongue using red, pink, and a bit of light brown. Add a bit of yellow and light brown to the teeth. Coloring can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep coloring until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the dragon. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.